well, the marriage of healthcare and technology, changing the way we live, how long we live, and how we treat disease. No one company is using wearable technology, video games, and music to help stroke victims regain lost motor skills in a new and revolutionary way. Doctors Nitsan Friedman and Dan Zondervan are the founders of Flint Rehabilitation and created what they call the MusicGlove. They join me right now with more. Good to see you guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good to see you as well.
Let's talk about what you're doing right here and explain the glove that you're wearing.
Sure. So chances are you know someone with a stroke. That's because every 40 seconds someone in the U.S. has one. And when someone has a stroke, they're rushed to the hospital and they have a team of therapists, physicians, and nurses helping them recover. Unfortunately, as soon as 2 weeks thereafter, they have to go home and they're only able to see a therapist about once or twice a week. The rest of the time, they're at home following prescribed sheets of exercises that the therapist gives to them. So each morning, the patient wakes up and looks at the sheet of exercises and has to move a bean from one side to the other 100 times, or has to move their thumb to their index finger 100 times. In reality, that's boring, it's not motivating, these people do not continue their therapy, and therefore they don't continue to improve. So the MusicGlove is a next-generation tool that really solves this problem. It's a sensorized glove that people wear, and it's been clinically shown to be significantly more effective than conventional exercise.
How does it work?
So if you don't mind, I can just show you a little demo. Yeah. So I'm going to jump on. This is our portable home version, but back here you can see we have a larger screen version for clinic use. So we're really looking at those two markets.
Individuals as well as doctors.
As well as, yes, and clinicians and therapists. So our goal from the beginning was to make it as easy to use as possible. So you plug it in, you turn it on, and all you have to do is touch play game to get started with your therapy. And so the first screen that you'll see is our options screen, where you can select which grips you want to exercise with, or you can select if you want to exercise for 15 minutes or half an hour. I'm just going to jump into one of our medium songs here, so you can see how the game is actually played. And so I'll play along, and Nitsan can describe what's happening for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so the app is very similar to Guitar Hero or Rock Band, where you have scrolling notes coming down the screen. The difference is with the MusicGlove, you're making specific gripping movements that are associated with activities of daily living. These are the most important grips that you need to recover after a stroke. The other thing you'll notice is the music. So our average population is about 65 years of age, and when we selected songs that people actually enjoy listening to. Now, the really crucial part here is that people are making a lot of movement. Danny, in a 45-minute session, would be making around 2,000 movements. Now, if you ask someone to do 2,000 movements at home every day, they're just not going to do it. They may do it for a day, they may do it for 2 days, but they're not going to do it day in and day out. And that's really what is necessary to see real gains.
So you're saying basically a stroke victim has got to exercise to get the mobility back. They're not doing it at home. This is actually creating a fun way to do it, so that you actually will get the exercise and the movement that you need to get back on the game.
There's no such thing as a magic bullet when it comes to rehab. You really need to do a high number of repetitions, you need a high intensity of movement, and you need to be motivated to do the regimen day in and day out.
It's true, and everybody hates rehab. They don't want to go and do these movements that they feel like don't mean anything to them, and yet that's the whole point. You have to do constant and consistent.
That's the whole point. The more movement you make, the better you improve.
So is this on the market right now?
It is, yes. So we released it in August of last year, and since then we've already sold hundreds of units to homes throughout the country. So we're really excited to be getting this out to people.
So is it largely it's resonating with people at home, or would you say it's resonating as well with clinicians?
You know, we've really gotten a great response from both. The home users love it because it's suddenly an option that they didn't have before. That now when they can't go to the clinic, they can sit in their bed with this on their lap and do their therapy at home. But the clinicians love it because it has a lot of really great other utilities with it that you can track progress over time. You can set goals, and you can really individualize your therapy for
and
each user.
You've studied strokes. I mean, that's why you came up with this specifically.
Exactly. Yeah, we studied neurologic disease specifically. Yeah.
Doctors Nitsan Friedman and Dan Zondervan, thank you so much. Great to see actually how it works, and the MusicGlove looks really good. Just show that to the camera so that people could actually see it.
So there's the glove, and then you can see the different sensors on the fingertips there.
Great stuff. Guys, thank you. Thank you very much. We appreciate it very much. Real innovation there.